And I'm on fire this week. We're starting off the right way. I am positioned perfectly for some of these events. I'm going to go over some of the stock news, why the markets are rallying, what to anticipate this week, and why my account is up today 10.89%. That's $2,460. As of now, this account I started with around $9,000 to $10,000. If we take a look in the past week, I'm up around 5,800. Past month, I'm up 12,544. In the past 3 months, I'm up 16,000. That's 180% there. So I am smashing it. I do long term options. I hold, I buy and hold. I use Warren Buffett's strategy mixed with leverage and options. So make sure if you want the best bang for your buck, to follow Option Temple, follow us, and just follow the series. I'm going trying to hit 1 million. I'm going super aggressive here according to my risk tolerance. I also don't, this is very abnormal, by the way. These kind of returns on like daily, weekly basis is not sustainable. It is earnings, and I'm going to go over some of the earnings news from last week, setting up for this week, and how I am positioned. And I'm going to fill you in why I'm up so much today. I am in some options on a particular stock that had massive news today, and I was positioned just right. I find these gems, I do my homework, I sit on it, and I wait until the catalyst or the company does what it's supposed to do and performs. I only do high valued companies, large cap companies. This way it's less risk on my end, and I try to maximize my returns. On today's news, the S&P 500 posts first close above 6,300. Nasdaq hits record highs ahead of big tech earnings. We have big tech earnings this week. Last week we had the banks. This week we're going to have Google and Tesla reporting earnings this Wednesday. So massive, massive week for earnings. This is why the markets are going crazy. A lot of companies are reporting earnings. It's not record-breaking earnings historically compared to other quarters and other years in the market. The returns, the earnings are positive. They're not mind-blowing positive, but it's pushing the market forward because they are positive. That's all we need in today's market with so much geopolitical news happening. And our presidency right now, our this term is pretty wild here in the States. Pretty incredible to see the market plowing through and continue to push forward. Now let's get to the reason why my account is up so much. Square Block, ticker symbol XYZ, will join the S&P 500 index before the open on Wednesday. This was reported today, this morning, I think, or right before the open. With the digital payment giant replacing Hess in the benchmark index, Dow Jones and S&P 500 giant Chevron CVX closed its acquisition of Hess on Friday. Block stock jumped early Monday on the late Friday news. So it was late Friday, so I guess when the market closed. So if you were not in Block XYZ before the close on Friday, you missed this rally. And guess who was in it? This guy. This guy was in XYZ. I have several options. I'm positioned perfectly for the XYZ rally. I'm sitting pretty. I have nothing to worry about. You can jump into XYZ now. I do have long-term options on XYZ, so I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to sell them this week. I'm not going to sell them next week. I am holding them for months out. My options expire next year. And that is basically what is happening. There's a lot of earning reports. There's a lot of movement right now happening in the market in the positive direction. And this is a big week. Tesla and Google are part of the Magnificent Seven. It's going to move markets. So the one thing I don't like is when you have a major market rallies setting up into earnings. Usually the stock tanks, and when you have pullbacks in the market or in a particular stock, you have major pullbacks before earnings. They're setting up to rally, but the markets are unpredictable. You can get a second leg or third leg going higher, so it's totally unpredictable, and that is why we're at where we're at, and this is what to anticipate this week. Now, if you enjoyed this content, guys, follow my journey to 1 million. I don't have a timeline. I do long-term options. I do not day trade. And this is how I'm able to get these massive gains. I get major moves. I'm not going into small daily moves. I'm going to the massive whale moves that happen over weeks or months. And that's how I'm able to get these returns. Now, I will say is that right now the markets are bullish and I am riding the wave. I'm positioned. I was out there with my surfboard paddling in the ocean and I am catching this wave. I was prepared. Now I'm just going to let the market take me as high as it wants to. No expectations. I can't even tell you where I think I'm going to be at the end of the year, or I can even be flat from where I'm at now. Who knows? There's no telling. But I know what I'm investing in and I'm holding, and I know my timelines. And so far, so good. My strategy is working. My account is my proof. So make sure to follow, guys, and stay tuned for this $1 million journey of mine. It could take several years, but again, this is my side money. No rush.